Namaste and heartiest welcome to you all in this special meeting of Enlightenment Day celebration of Guruji Dr. Premji Nirmal. We all love him, we all love learning from him, so naturally everybody is interested in knowing how this event happened and what exactly happens because there are lots of myths around the process of enlightenment, around what happens. So everybody has one's own ideas, so there came this idea that why can't we have this special session where all these concepts can become clear when we are walking on a spiritual path. Naturally, everybody is looking at enlightenment. But can that getting enlightened also be one of the desires? That's the basic question that comes up. There are many such fundamental questions and there are many advanced questions also. So Sant Kabir ji was once answering this type of question. He was asked that I want to get enlightened, but I don't know, I'm not getting enlightened. So he said, do one thing. What is your idea of getting enlightened? If you are enlightened, what will you do? So he said that person questioner said, oh, I think I'll be very happy if I get enlightened. He said, who prevented you from remaining happy now? Then he said, what else when you get enlightened, what happens? Then he said, oh, all the relationships are so smooth and everywhere there is harmony. So he said, yes, we all have that freedom to be in harmony all the time, isn't it? So can we be all the time in that harmony? Then he said, it's very peaceful and blissful when we get enlightened. We have all these dramatic ideas. So it's very peaceful and blissful in life. No conflicts, no problems. So he said, can't we do that also now? We can be blissful. Who prevented you from not being blissful? So finally he said that whatever your idea is, you start behaving as if you are enlightened, and if you feel that you will be blissful, start remaining blissful. And in Hindi he said, नाटक करते करते एक दिन पालोगे ऐसे ही. So नाटक तो करना शुरू कर दो. That means if you are acting as if you are enlightened and you start behaving that, one day you will really get enlightened, because that is how simple it is. We are into that state, but we are having our fantastic ideas, and with those ideas only we are keeping that state aside. So let us now have a lot of clarity about all these things in today's session. But always, everything starts with Guru Krupa. It's Master's grace. That's the only thing with which the enlightenment happens. You get absorbed into the grace of the Master. And when that happens, you are completely transformed. You no more remain a different individual, but you become universal by that transformation of getting absorbed into the Master's grace. So let us first invite Master's grace with our prayers. Remaining in humility and simplicity makes it very easy to walk the path of enlightenment. Be joyous, be humble, and be simple. These are the three fundamental rules which make that journey very easy. Let us connect to the field of masters as we enter in this wonderful session on Enlightenment Day celebration. Let us chant Om 3 times. Take a deep, relaxed breath. मोक्ष गुरु पूज्य श्री महाअवतार बाबा जी, and all the masters of Guru Mandal. Let us bow down to them and offer these flowers of Guru Vandana prayers at their lotus feet. Om Akhandamandalaakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. ॐ श्री सद्गुरवे नमः. So with the prayers we have started the session. The blessings of the masters are showering. We all are into that field of grace of masters. And of course, we all are already drenched into the love field of the master. That's how we all have come together here. So let's start our session by inviting our dear Guruji Sri Premji Nirmal.
Namaste to all of you and very hearty welcome for this celebration. We are going to have wonderful session, almost 96 questions. My God, I never expected so many questions on such a subject. So we decided that we can't tackle all the 96, but there are some representative questions which we will take so that will answer everybody. Right now, let's get going with the subject. Okay, let us get into the state. Rest of the things will happen naturally, don't worry. Okay. First, connect to the grace. Get into the attitude of receiving grace. Okay. Do not have any inhibitions or ego coming in between you and the grace. Everybody just breathe with me intuitively and you will get tuned. first understand what is enlightenment. Okay, so that the subject becomes clear and the questions and the answers will be relevant. You see, right from the childhood, okay, there is an association with the body. Me means my body. That association develops right from the childhood. Okay, you ask a child, okay, where is Arohi? Arohi says, I am Arohi, which means child develops association with the body. All of us, we have developed like that. Where is your nose? Here is my nose. So my nose, my ear, you see, that's how the child is trained. All of us, we got trained that way only. So the very fundamental training of establishing identity is actually the ego, which is not there in the child. The whole training is actually creating the ego association with the body. Without that, the child cannot operate. It's a compulsory process. You can't avoid. So we develop the association with our body, and me means my body. If somebody slaps my body, I say that he slapped me. I don't say that he slapped my body, because me means my body. That equation becomes very, very strong in us. So association with the body is developed, and that is what is ego. Of course, it develops further with your thought minds, your ideas, that is intellect. So that ego goes on developing. And this fictitious entity of ego starts ruling the life. So this association is there, and it is common. It is there with everybody. Okay. 1 out of 1,000 will develop the urge to look into this association and understand this association. Okay, this is purely the destiny. 1% out of 1,000 people on the planet Earth will actually have that inner urge to understand why this association is there. And out of such 1,000 people, 1% will be able to come out of the association with the body. So 1 out of 1,000, which means 1 out of 1,000,000 with the 6 zeros. Okay. So 1 out of 1,000,000 will come out of this association, and the statistics is not mine. This statistics is given in Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says that 1 out of 1,000 will develop the urge, and out of 1,000 such people, one will reach to me. Okay, so the statistics 1 in 1,000,000 is not mine. It is given by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. In general, you should understand that this urge to understand this subject itself is rare. All right. You see, this invitation was open to all. More than 750 people are there on Om Prem Sangha. This invitation was posted. Anybody can register and will get the mail. It's automated. Okay. But about how many people are there right now? 75 people have reached, which means exactly 10%. Out of 750 people, 75 people are here, which means 10% of the people in our Sangha have got that urge developed to understand what is ego, what is enlightenment, how the association can be broken, and some wonderful questions are there. All right. So you can see the statistics right now. Here it is. So physical body gives us the boundary. So my body is different, your body is different. I am different, you are different. So we are all different. Okay, so I am different than you. That is the fundamental paradigm from which we operate. And everybody is operating around that way only. All the millions and millions of people over the world, all over the world, are operating from that paradigm. I'm different, you are different. Enlightenment, when it happens, that fictitious association with the body mind just goes away. You are born into universal consciousness, which is a boundarylessness. And in that universal consciousness, oneness is experienced. In the state of enlightenment, me and you are one. We are one. There is no you and me. At the body level, there is you and me. We are different. But at the level of consciousness, we are one. Atman is one. Consciousness is one. Your consciousness and my consciousness is not different. It is the same consciousness. The substratum in all of us is the same. So at that level of consciousness, we are all one. When that oneness is experienced by a person, that is called enlightenment. And this experience is very solid and genuine. It is not just a intellectual understanding. Intellectual understanding, you got it right now. That doesn't mean anything. It has to have a very powerful experience, which is of the boundarylessness, and you get into that universal consciousness, you dissolve completely. Real annihilation of the ego happens. Dissolution of the ego happens. It is a real process, which is the outcome of your intense meditation. So intellectual understanding is no understanding, it has no meaning. If you are trying to capture it with the mind, with the intellect, it's okay. That is the first step of learning. There is nothing wrong in the whole thing. At least you will have some conceptual clarity, and that's good. It's okay to begin. But as far as the process is concerned, that conceptual clarity is no clarity. Only experiential understanding is what is the real. So somebody has asked a question, whether I'm enlightened or not, how do you know? If you are enlightened, you will not have this question because you will have sufficient awareness to understand it. If you have no awareness, you will not understand, then this doubt arises. Anybody who has a doubt whether I'm enlightened or not, guaranteedly is not enlightened. Why? In the enlightened consciousness, there is no doubt. If you have the doubt, then there is an issue. There is an ego. The doubt belongs to the ego. Okay, in that oneness, all the doubts dissolve. The experience is absolutely genuine. Second step. Is it step by step or is it a quantum jump? These are basics. Okay, once we understand the basics, then I will answer individual questions. And those which are there in the chat box, and those people whose videos are on will answer first, so that video goes well. Okay. Is enlightenment process step by step or is it a quantum jump? All right, it is both. Which way? Say for example, a fruit on the tree ripens over a period of time. So it's a process. It is a gradual process. Slowly, slowly, the fruit becomes bigger and starts ripening. And one day it is fully ripened. And just fresh air, little bit. Okay. And the ripe fruit simply detaches itself and drops down from the tree. So the fruit detaching and dropping down is the quantum jump. That happened instantly. So final aspect of enlightenment is a quantum jump, but preparation for that quantum jump, it is a step-by-step process which can be done, which can be understood. So everybody can learn, understand, practice, and do the process of ripening, the process of maturing, the process which can make enlightenment happen, or if it happens, you are ready. So preparation everybody can do. Absolutely no trouble. What is the minimum condition for that? These are all your questions only. Huh? I'm just answering. I don't know whether, but I've seen all the questions. What is the minimum condition for enlightenment? Minimum condition is you should have the human physical body. That is the minimum condition. So very fact that you are in the human body, you are fit to get enlightened. Everybody who has the human body, human brain is developed enough to get enlightened. So the instrument, the sadhan required for enlightenment is the human body. In the tiger's body, in the cow body, in the dog body, in elephant body, that enlightenment is not possible because you need human body for the enlightenment. Even devatas cannot get enlightened. They are also trapped there. If devatas want to get moksha, they have to come down in the human body. In the human body, they have to do sadhana, then they get released. Otherwise, even devatas don't get enlightened. Devatas have lots of powers and lots of other things, but enlightenment is not available to them. They are caught into their duties. Even they have to come to the human plane. They have to get the human body to get enlightened. So the minimum requirement that you should have is what you already have, and that is the human body. Then that will to work on that. If the desire to get enlightened is there, great. That is the beginning of it. That will create the will to work on that. Of course, it starts as a desire. At the end, you understand that desire has to be dropped. But initially, the desire for that has to be there. Otherwise, how will you start working? You will not even prepare yourself. So having a desire of enlightenment in the beginning is a good beginning. But at the end, you will understand that desire for enlightenment is the obstruction to enlightenment. Both processes are valid and one passes through all, both the phases. So enlightenment is step by step, preparation, and then a quantum jump, which is the final push.
Subscribe to this channel for more learnings from Guruji Premji Nirmal. Press the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends on social media. Post your queries below and we will respond. Thank you.